Hi, in this video for the Dine and Wine, I'm going to show you how to attach your sides to the bottom of the basket. Now you've already made your sides. Again, you're going to make these sides like you made the center and border of your placemats, just stitching and flipping your strips. This happens to be the wine carrier. So you're going to be stitching and flipping, trimming it to size, and binding it, just like you would a quilt. To attach the sides to the bottom that you've made, you're going to wrap this around, and this is temporary. It may be larger or smaller as you pin it onto the bottom. So wrap it around like that. I pin the wine carrier in 2 places. The bread basket probably can be just pinned in 1. So then you're going to take your bottom and you're simply going to pin the bottom. You're going to start right at that center vertical binding spot and then slowly go around, pinning about every inch or so. Now you're going to be pinning through the edges of the bottom and then down into the center of the binding. You want to make sure your pins are embedded in the sides so you don't poke yourself when you go to sew it. So again, through the edge of your bottom and down through the center of your binding. You'll go all the way around. Now I've already done that with the bread basket here. So I've gone all the way around, pinning it. And then when you get to the end, if you need to adjust how much you've slid one side of the end in under the other one, you just take your pins out and adjust it. The next thing is you're going to be sewing the bottom to the sides, and you're going to sew through the binding on the sides and only one layer of the bottom. You are stitching, you're doing a whip stitch, and you're stitching through the fabric only. Now I'm using a white thread here, and it's a 12 weight cotton. Pearl cotton comes in a 12 weight. Aurifil, Sulky, Signature, Superior threads all have a 12 weight thread. I'm using 2 strands, and I'm using a long milliner's needle. A size 7 is good, 6, 5. They're a little bit wider and they have a larger eye so that you can thread them easily. So just a whip stitch. Now I'm going to not pull these tightly so you can see my little stitches. Also, this is a white thread. Normally you would use a coordinating thread. So you're going to go in the fabric only across that one layer of the bottom and down into the side binding. I'm going to pull that a little bit tighter. Through the fabric only, across, and down into the binding. Across through the fabric only, and then down into the binding, and so forth. So it's just a whip stitch all the way around. Once you've done that all the way around, then you're going to stitch this overlap part together. And the way that you stitch the overlap together is you're just going to go straight down through and back up with a ladder stitch, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, and across the top right here. Once you've finished that, decorate it. I just use buttons. You can use 2 buttons. You can layer your buttons. You can use 1 large button, or anything, jingle bells, or anything you'd like to finish it off. That's it.